Once I thought life was simply a chain of decisions. You make one choice, and it leads you down a specific path. But one day I wondered, what if somewhere out there in another reality, I made a completely different choice? This idea is mesmerizing. After all, somewhere in a parallel universe, another version of you might be living right now, with an important message for you. Let's explore how to recognize these signs and what to do when your alternate self wants to guide you toward a better life. Parallel realities aren't just science fiction. At first glance, this may seem strange or even crazy, but if you think about it, our lives truly resemble a crossroads network. Every day we make decisions, big and small, and each one opens up a new path. Every choice is like a turn on an unknown road, leading us to a new reality. Physics, which has become such a popular topic lately, confirms an ancient wisdom known to philosophers and mystics for millennia. Reality is far more complex than it seems. It's multi-layered, like a vast tree with endless branches, and each branch is a potential path of our life. For example, in one reality, you might be a musician playing on big stages. In another, a successful entrepreneur with a thriving business. In yet another, a scientist unraveling the mysteries of the universe. These alternate versions of you may live completely different lives, but they're still connected through a shared essence. Deeply, we remain connected to these parallel versions, like leaves on the same tree, and this connection transcends time and space. The question is, can we hear what our alternate lives are trying to say and use their insights to enhance our current reality? Reality isn't something fixed and unchangeable. It's fluid, like a stream. The more we become aware of this multidimensional nature, the closer we come to our true potential. So how do we recognize signals from other dimensions? The universe doesn't speak to us directly, but it uses symbols, signs, and of course, synchronicities. Those seemingly random coincidences that make us stop and think. It's important to understand that this language is unique to each of us. It's filled with signs that hold meaning only for those who are tuned to perceive them. It's like a code that we need to learn to decipher. The first sign is quantum coincidences, those moments when events around us align too perfectly. For example, you might run into an old friend who tells you about a new opportunity, or you keep noticing the same number on clocks, car plates, or even in books. These coincidences might be signs that your parallel self, who has already walked this path, is trying to guide you in the right direction. Additionally, information can start repeating unexpectedly. Something you recently heard or read begins to appear from various sources, as if the world around you is persistently pointing to something important. Sometimes people you meet by chance carry significant messages or provide answers to questions that have long troubled you. The second signal is intuitive insight. Intuition is a powerful tool, acting as an invisible thread that connects our consciousness to something beyond our everyday perception. There are moments when a sudden insight arrives, even without an obvious reason. We call this intuition, a mysterious feeling when you just know you're making the right choice, despite what logic or circumstances might suggest. Sometimes ideas and thoughts come so unexpectedly that it feels like they didn't arise from within, but were prompted by something greater. These spontaneous ideas can change your usual line of thinking or lead to sudden decisions that defy rational explanation, yet you feel they're the right choices. Such intuitive insights may be a manifestation of a connection between you and your parallel versions, which already possess knowledge and experience. This signal is one of the subtlest, but with the right tuning to your intuition, it can open new horizons. The third signal is quantum dreams. Dreams are an extraordinary portal that opens doors to other dimensions and alternate realities. In dreams, our consciousness is freed from the boundaries of daily life, allowing us to experience different scenarios that somehow feel strangely familiar. In these moments, we may live lives different from our familiar reality, as if tuning into another channel of existence. Sometimes upon waking, a deep emotional feeling lingers, as though the dream was more than just a product of imagination. This feeling can be so intense that it seems like you just experienced something meaningful, even destined. It's not mere coincidence, but perhaps a window into another version of your life, a reality where choices and actions took a different shape. Recurring themes or symbols in dreams are another way of connecting with parallel versions of yourself. These dreams may carry important messages and hints, revealing new paths and directions in life. For example, if you frequently dream of a specific place or person, it might be a sign of an alternate version of you, living in a reality where these elements play a significant role. There are also dreams in which we fully immerse ourselves in an alternate life scenario, as if experiencing a different job, environment, or relationship. These quantum dreams are a powerful tool for self-discovery and connecting with our parallel versions, which can help us find answers or suggest a new path for growth in our current life. Mystical bridges between realities. Déjà vu. It's not just a strange feeling or a trick of the mind. It's a moment when the veil between parallel worlds becomes thin and we literally feel the intersection of two realities. Imagine being in a situation that feels incredibly familiar, even though you're certain you've never experienced it before. It's not a memory glitch. It's a moment when your current reality intersects with another version of you, living a parallel life. In these moments, it feels like the other version of you has already lived through this experience. This effect is like a brief flash, as though for a second you plunge into another world where everything happens a bit differently, yet remains connected to your life. Every move, glance, word, these are like echoes from another reality. Déjà vu might signal that your path is crossing with those alternate versions who have made different choices. Such moments shouldn't be ignored. They may not be mere coincidences, but subtle hints about the importance of what's happening. Sometimes déjà vu can point to repeating patterns in your life or invite you to look deeper into your decisions and desires. It's an opportunity to pause and consider what meaningful lesson you should take from this situation. Now let's talk about the quantum mirrors of everyday life. The reality we perceive may not just be what our eyes see or our ears hear. Each moment of our life is like a reflection of messages coming from parallel dimensions, sometimes appearing as spirals of synchronicity and quantum time nodes. Synchronicity spirals are one of the clearest ways reality sends us messages. For instance, you might be thinking about something important, and suddenly a song plays on the radio with lyrics that answer your inner question. Or you're reflecting on a difficult situation, and a random stranger in conversation says something that precisely addresses your thoughts. Sometimes it's even more literal. A book opened randomly suddenly provides the exact answer to a question that's been troubling you. These moments aren't just coincidences. They are reflections of realities where another you has already solved this issue and is now passing the key to you. Quantum time nodes are moments when time, which seems so constant and linear, suddenly distorts. Sometimes it slows down unexpectedly, or conversely, speeds up. For example, on days when everything goes perfectly, or in moments when ordinary events take on an unusual quality, it's as if someone is guiding you towards the right move. These quantum time nodes are intersections of different realities, where parallel versions of you influence your current life, helping you synchronize with the best opportunities. These quantum mirrors of everyday life are keys to a deeper understanding of the world and your role in it. We have the opportunity to use proven practices and techniques to apply them in real life. Practice 1. Quantum listening. To tune into the frequency of parallel realities and start perceiving signals from other dimensions, you need to develop a heightened sensitivity to the world around you. Think of it like adjusting an antenna to the right frequency. The more precisely you tune in, the clearer the messages become from your parallel versions. Here are some practical steps to help you develop this skill. Start the practice immediately after waking up, when your consciousness hasn't fully returned to the usual rhythm of the day. The first 10 minutes after sleep is a unique time when the veil between realities is particularly thin. Stay silent, beginning the day in complete quiet. Don't turn on your phone. Don't read the news. Just sit in silence, listening to your inner sensations. Pay attention to the first images and thoughts that come to you. These early impulses may carry messages from other dimensions. If you feel drawn to certain thoughts or decisions, remember them. They might be subtle signals from a parallel reality. The next step is keeping a journal of quantum coincidences. Record all unusual events that happen in your life, paying attention to your emotions during these moments. Write down strange coincidences, like if you run into the same person several times in a day or hear the same information from different sources. This isn't mere chance. Note your emotions, whether you feel joy, surprise, or concern. These feelings can be important indicators. Over time, patterns will emerge, and you'll begin to see how these synchronicities relate to your decisions and current life situations. Practice 2. Tuning the quantum compass of intuition. Intuition is more than just a subconscious analysis of information accumulated over your life. It's a channel of communication with parallel versions of yourself. When you feel a strong pull towards a certain decision or direction, it could be a signal from the version of you who has already walked this path. For a deeper dive into the practice, you can use techniques of quantum resonance. These help you tune into the energy of parallel streams of your life. Find a quiet place, close your eyes, and imagine that around you are many glowing streams. Each one is a parallel version of your life. Feel their energy and focus on the stream that resonates with you most strongly. This stream could represent the reality you should strive toward. When faced with an important decision, imagine all possible outcomes and try to feel each one. The option that creates the strongest resonance is likely the right choice, as it has already been lived out by your parallel self with a successful outcome. Practice 3. Quantum presence. It's important to cultivate mindfulness in everyday life to better sense the flows of parallel realities. Several times a day, pause to become fully aware of the world around you. Pay attention to details, perhaps hidden signs and messages are within them. Practice quantum breathing. Take a few deep breaths, imagining that with each inhale, you're connecting with versions of yourself, and with each exhale, release any fears or limitations that prevent you from moving toward your desired reality. When you start consciously engaging with quantum signals and synchronicities, your reality gradually transforms. It's like tuning a radio. The more precisely you find the right frequency, the clearer and brighter the messages become. Your perception changes, and with it, your life changes. With each step, you start noticing how random events cease to be mere coincidences. Suddenly, it becomes obvious that every sign, every meeting, and every detail has meaning. Obstacles begin to fade, making way for new possibilities. Life flows more smoothly and harmoniously, and you feel active in co-creating your reality. We live in a truly unique time, where ancient wisdom and the latest scientific discoveries converge in an understanding of the multidimensionality of our reality. Everything around us is far more complex than it once seemed. We have access to an infinite field of possibilities, and parallel versions of ourselves constantly interact with us, sending subtle signals and guiding us toward the best outcomes. Every day we are in a dance with these realities, and it's essential to start noticing the steps of this dance. Listen to the whispers of intuition. Trust those inexplicable coincidences that keep appearing in your life. They aren't mere chance. They are a call from another version of you that has already achieved harmony, success, or inner peace. This best version of you is ready to share its wisdom. You just need to tune into its frequency. If this video resonated with you, share your experiences of connecting with parallel realities in the comments. Tell us about unusual coincidences, strange synchronicities, or moments when your intuition guided you along a mysterious yet right path. Your stories could inspire others and help them better understand this fascinating phenomenon. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you won't miss upcoming videos on the mysteries of consciousness, quantum reality, and the multidimensionality of our world. See you in the next video.